Okay, the best example, see for instance, in your class activity is that you're having a topic about the 5 elements of short story. So you're going to achieve your lesson's objective. Say for instance, if your lesson objective is to make sure that your students will be able to familiarize the different parts of the different elements of the short story, so that they will be able to identify on what specific part of the story is a introduction, what particular part of the story is the rising action, the climax, the falling action, the resolution or denouement. So in my online class, say for instance, I'm going to ask my class to access a particular learning management system, the like of G Suite, using Google Classroom. So you can upload there sample videos and learning materials talking about short story, or the 5 elements of short story, with example stories with identified elements. These are examples. So after that, you have to make sure that the students will be able to access then with the follow-up assessment, like for example question and answer portion. You can actually do that in a multiple tools using the G Suite. You can have a quiz using Google Forms, etc. Many other online tools. In this strategy, we will be able to facilitate learning using technology. Okay, so a teacher's rule in this assessment strategy is that he has to make sure that the students learn based on the learning objective or set by the teacher, the learning outcome which is expected to be performed by the student at the end of the lesson. Okay, so a teacher's rule first is to make sure that the online activity realigns with the learning outcomes, and of course the teacher must also explain to the students what are the advantages and disadvantages of using this. You have to make yourself available to students in case the students will ask something for help if they do not know what to do with this activity. You have to make sure that you can assist your students, because their failure also reflects your reflects the way you handle your class online. And of course, the students will be able to learn facts or anything about the lesson right before the actual class or physical class will take place. So in online, you can have this flipped classroom strategy, wherein in online you're going to give students all the information, the content of the subject, and then in the physical classroom you're going to give them the activity related to the task you have given to them the first day during their online class. And then you have to make sure that all of this realigned, and you have to make sure that the learning outcomes align with all other activities set in your online class activities. These activities must primarily help students develop necessary skills in achieving the learning outcomes intended. And of course, by this, you will be able to ask your colleagues to assess whether your performance on this particular online activity is good or not. Or you could also ask your students write a semestral review or evaluation or feedback about your strategy. Did the strategy employed by the teacher, which is you, is effective, efficient? At the end of the semester, did it able to help them develop the skills necessary to be achieved, or none at all. So that's all. Thank you.